Training's been going really well. Had a good camp. Got my weight down good for the fight. Rehydrated good after my weigh-in. So yeah, everything's gone really well. Looking forward to it. I've seen him fight against a friend of mine, Martin, on the last Fight UK. Did really well. Got a good gas tank. You know, he's got good boxing, decent wrestling. So yeah, he's game. So I think it'll be a good brawl in there tonight. Yeah, of course, fancy my chances. We don't do this to lose. So, but you know, somebody's got to lose. I'm quite happy going in there. I've got an open mind for this one. As long as I have a good fight, I don't really mind losing. As long as it's a really good brawl, I get a good fight out of it.
Training's going, yeah, it's gone really well. Like always pushing it hard, pushing the fitness, pushing the technique, everything. Sparring's been going well as well. Sparring with a lot of guys, different guys. Molly Mann, Paul Reed, Wes Merch, loads of other people up Olympians, MMA, people up Iron Man, all over really, getting some good boxing sparring in as well. Yeah, he's had a fair few fights, it's quite good, quite technical. But yeah, it should be a good fight, definitely. It'll be a tough fight, but it'll be a good fight. Yeah. Always like to bring it, so yeah, it should be a good one. Well, I'm always going to win, definitely. Don't ever go in there to lose. Yeah. Get in there and do the business. Good man. Thank you. Excellent. Cheers.
Into the blue corner, let's hear it for Naramini. His opponent entering into the red corner. Let's hear it for Karsten Lenjoint. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He hails from Bristol. He's 26 years old, stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighed in at 145 pounds. He fights out of Iron Man MMA and has a perfect mixed martial arts record of 4 contests with 4 wins. Let's hear it for Naramini. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. He hails from Nottingham. He's 32 years old, stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighed in at 145 pounds. He fights for Archer MMA and has a mixed martial arts record of 10 contests, 7 wins and 3 losses. Let's hear it for Karsten, the Archer
Naramini, a real prospect, a huge 145er in the black shorts, 4-0 record against Karsten Lenjoint, the Ultimate Fighter qualifier with a record of 7-3, and this is first trip back up to featherweight after a 0-2 stint at bantam. Fought some very tough guys and feels that this is where he's more naturally strong and a better weight class for him, Dave. Yeah, we've seen both guys at Fight UK before. Nad coming off that split decision win against Martin at Fight UK 8, I believe it was, which is an excellent back and forth war on the feet. Karsten, as you say, came up short on Fight UK against bantamweight champion Dino Gambetesa. But Karsten, he's a very solid pro, Ben. He's got good wrestling. And in that fight against Dino, he was pushing the pace on the feet as well. It's a great matchup here. Nad, the likes of Bellator's running man in his corner. Real feeling out process this. Interesting stat about Karsten, Dave. Of his 10 fights, none of them have gone the distance. All 7 of his finishes have come within the time, and all 3 of his losses have as well. And it'd be interesting to see how rejuvenated he feels he'll be at featherweight. Last saw him at featherweight at Fight UK 3, where he took out Dinky Ninja's prospect Dean Riley with a second round TKO and firing a kick to the body is Naramini. If you remember, that's what Gambitesa did. And that's a big left hook.
He's hurt him there,
I think he's hurt him. Going straight in for the single. It's a huge left hand.
Yep, that shook Karsten Lenjoint down to his foundations there. Looked in real trouble. And to give credit to Karsten, Ben, he immediately looked for the takedown, which he seems to have just about secured there.
He's really done the right thing there. That's some real savvy. That's a real veteran move. A nice uppercut. Karsten opening up himself the second there was any breathing room. And I do like to see that from fighters.
Yeah, that's what you get when you've got a solid pro like Karsten. You know, been in there lots of times, been hurt before, and he's done well to recover and secure the takedown.
Beautiful single, keeps hold of it. He's kept the double unders in this position. They say a real veteran's move that from Karsten. Felt the pressure coming. Nadal landed that big left hook, but unable to get the punches he needed to put his man away. As you say, Karsten Lenjoint, a real solid pro, fighting out of Archer MMA.
Yeah, it really is a great matchup on paper, this, Ben. Has he hurt him on the way down there? Just a bit of a trip, I think.
He caught a shot, and this is a bad spot. He can't use the legs to properly defend himself at this point. Some big punches coming in from Naramini. A real unit down at this weight, featherweight.
He certainly is, Ben, and everything he throws seems to be with bad intentions. There's no range finders from Nad. Everything's thrown with full, flat-out power.
Big shots coming in. And he's that powerful up on top that Karsten's really struggling to control the posture, and that's the problem that he's having. He's unable to stop Nad Naramini from getting his head up to the ceiling and really driving through with those punches, and that's where the big shots are coming in. And rolling through for the armbar though, beautiful switch of the hips.
Wow, fantastic hips from Karsten. That came out from nowhere, Ben.
Has he got it? He's got it in position. Karsten pulling for all he was worth, trying to finish the submission hold. There's the posture and the strength of someone like Naramini.
Wow, fantastic effort from Naramini to end up on top there in that scramble as well, Ben. That was close and just shows how threatening Karsten is.
For me, Dave, it really goes to show that's exactly what Karsten needed to do. Flick the hips up again, but Naramini out of the way and back through in the top position, but Karsten pursuing. A great back and forth contest this is in the first round here at Fight UK.
Yeah, from Naramini's point of view, Ben, he knows he's got something to think about when he gets in the top position. If he gets in the top position again, he's certainly not going to be thrown with the reckless abandon that he was earlier on in the round, because Karsten did look dangerous, but now the plum tie clinch, a lot of those are hitting the arms.
Karsten shooting once again. Got to be careful of the neck, but Karsten saw it coming and used it to take his man down. This is high-level stuff here at Fight UK 9 between two very solid, respectable pros. And now it's Karsten turning the power on, fishing underneath to try and get through the neck.
Yeah, all credit to Fight UK matchmaker Ali Petit here, because this one is so evenly matched, Ben.
We said it so oftentimes with David, who'd be a judge, a real back and forth one this.
Yeah, impossible for us to call from the commentary position. We have very experienced judges here. All three of the judges here at Fight UK tonight have worked at the highest level of the sport with the UFC, so the fighters are in good hands from that point of view. But what a back and forth round. Naramini hurt Lenjoint early on in the round. Karsten did well to recover. And Ben, it's going to be interesting to see where this bout ends up. I mean, from Naramini's point of view, do you think he's just going to be looking for the stand-up? He had some success in the top position when it went to the deck, but that armbar did look close.
I think Karsten did the right thing by not laying back and not letting his opponent land the ground and pound, really, not only for his own safety, but it gives his opponent something to think about. Now Nad will think twice about the top position. He won't think, oh, I'll be fine, I can just rest on here and throw the occasional shots. If he's in the top position, he's got to know that there's going to be punishment coming his way. That being said, out of the two out of the two strikers on paper, I'd maybe give Karsten the edge, kind of stood up. That's not how it's played out, because I think Nad's got in his head with that big left hook. I think that shot really hurt him and made him rethink his strategy a little bit.
Yeah, very evenly poised here at Fight UK 9. What a credit these two are to one of my favourite divisions in the UK. Big right hand!
Huge right hand. Naramini's got that power. You're right, Dave. No use for a jab here.
What is Karsten Lenjoint's chin made of, Ben? How has he survived that shot? Because that looks so solid from where we are. He's done great to go and seek the takedown again. Almost a carbon copy of what happened in the first period.
Karsten really is tough as they come. As we talked about, the veteran in the ring, savvy, real presence of mind for me, Dave, in that. Took a big shot, but straight away went in for the takedown. Knew his opponent would be coming forward. Obviously something that they've drilled in case these kind of situations happen.
Yeah, confidence is a two-way street as well, Ben, although Naramini's going to be obviously delighted he's landed that huge blow. I mean, when does he begin to question how can he put Karsten away? Beautiful throw by Karsten, can't work the wizard though, and Naramini turns out on top.
Naramini's got the back and now he's firing some punches in. Karsten keeping one hand down, but he's got to be mindful of the punches. He couldn't get kneed in that position, but he can now he's up and he's looking to base and turn around. And Naramini, a real imposing presence at this weight, Dave. Using all of that muscle, all of that strength to drive his man into the cage.
Yeah, certainly a wake-up call as Karsten returns to this division, Ben. Obviously would have gone down a bantamweight to try and look for a size advantage, and now he's back up at feather against a very, very thick-set guy at the weight in Nad Naramini.
It's almost a case for a lot of these guys. It's very difficult. It's almost a damned if you do and damned if you don't. If you fight at the bantamweight division, you're gonna look to fight against a lot quicker guys, and the pace is going to change. Where you go back up to a bigger weight category, you're going to get somebody like you say, like Naramini, who clearly cuts an awful lot of weight to get down to this bracket. Hugely muscled guy.
Yeah, and it's also the technology and how these guys are doing it as well. I mean, obviously in the UK scene we're behind America in the terms of weight cutting, and you know the kids are
there's a nice
beautiful
uppercut.
left,
Big
over the
again.
top. Wow, brutal Naramini. Karsten doing a good job blocking these knees, Ben. Most of them hitting the forearms. If I was Naramini, I'd go looking for the dirty boxing again, because that really found a home.
A nice lead from Karsten there, but Naramini firing one in himself. I think Karsten's hurt here, Dave. He's surviving on nothing but heart.
Yeah, definitely looks, the eyes almost look glazed over for a second. What could have been to the body is hard to see.
Oh, and another big shot going in, but some nice uppercuts. But for everything that he's giving, everything that Naramini's kind of coming forward and throwing, Karsten's right there with him, throwing back when he can.
Yep, game as they come is Karsten Lenjoint here. Little lull in action here. Both fighters probably trying to get their breath. Referee Mark Woodard separates them.
Good separation that for me. From Karsten's point of view, once again, his chin is out there.
Did land a couple of left hands himself, Karsten, from the back of that southpaw stance.
As you say now, another big shot. Naramini with a 1-2 and a kick to the body, and now he drives forward, and that's where he has his man in trouble. When he drives forward and throws those big punches, as you say, he's not throwing many in the way of jabs or feeler shots. He's loading up on those punches and throwing with reckless abandon.
Yeah, close first round, but at the moment, Lenjoint really struggling in this one. There's some blood, Ben, but in a contest like this, it could be from anywhere. I think Naramini may be bleeding from the nose, Lenjoint may be bleeding from the mouth.
As we say, it's hardly surprising. Both have shipped some big shots. Naramini plowing forward with those knees.
We often talk about, Ben, how tiring the clinch game is just when somebody's pressed up against the cage, but these two are hugely active in it as well. Dirty boxing, knees to the body, just absolutely shattering action here.
10 seconds left at the end of the round. Naramini looking for a takedown, and he gets it. Clever way to finish the round. Big right hand there.
As I mentioned, Ben, first period was close. I think that was a lot clearer here. Naramini beginning to get the upper hand. And from Lenjoint's point of view, Ben, he's had some success on the feet. He landed a couple of good left hands from the back of that southpaw stance, but when the power shots come in, they're landing from Naramini, Ben, and they are hurting Karsten.
Very much so. Naramini, I mean, if you're looking at, in terms of the guys you tip to probably finish this one, if somebody is going to get the job done and get it done here, you've got to think that it's Naramini's fight to finish. Not that Karsten can't finish this fight, because he can do. He's shown the submission threat in the first round, but as this fight goes on and on, it gets more difficult for him to land something like that. So here we go in the third and final round of what has been an action-packed back and forth encounter between two great featherweights. Karsten Lenjoint, a guy we've seen a few times, real great professional, real talent. And Nad Naramini, he's fighting a guy that a lot of people are talking about, and on the basis of this performance, Dave, it's not hard to see why. No.
We've mentioned it more than once in this fight, but fantastic matchup here. Going to be very interesting to see this third period. Karsten shooting in for the takedown early. Great sprawl by Naramini. Naramini, takes the back. Excellent, Ben. Looks for the trip. Does seem to still have a bit of spark in his step.
Naramini gets the trip that way. I thought he may look the suplex, and the hook goes straight in on the right-hand side.
Yeah, excellent work from Naramini. Many people would go for the trip, even if not the suplex, Ben. People would be looking for the trip backwards. He took his man forwards and took him by surprise. Flip the hooks in.
At this high level, often that's the difference, Dave. Small twists and turns like that, they do make the difference. As Naramini's trying to get the arm under. It looks like he's got it under. It looks like it's under the neck. Karsten's trying to strip the hand. Naramini incredibly strong. He might go palm to palm at this point, and I think he is.
Karsten desperately, hang on, turns into his man. Naramini does well.
Oh, and this is a tough spot. Turns straight in the mount position. Karsten with that real professional, never say die attitude for me, Dave. Pushing forward throughout. Whenever he's in a bad spot, he doesn't stay there for long. But right now, he's got an absolutely titanic featherweight on his back. He's really struggling. The arm looks like it's going under once again. As we say with the gloves, a lot harder to thread those hands through.
Naramini loses one of the hooks.
Maybe looking for a body triangle.
Yeah.
Straight with the hooks, great control, but Karsten, if he can, looking at base his man off, try and twist a little bit, but Naramini's got great control, Dave, from that top position.
Yeah, he's not too high, Ben, so it'll be incredibly difficult to shake him off. Karsten trying to pick the hooks out. He's done so. Could give up the arm in the process.
Got to be very careful of that arm, but he's done really well there. What a performance this is from both these guys. A great
going for the guillotine, Ben.
It looks like he's swimming it through. He's landing some knees to the body.
Naramini's corner calling for him to turn, and that's exactly what he does.
For me, Dave, I think the story of this has been Karsten's really struggled to deal with just the physicality of someone like Naramini in a lot of respects.
Yeah, as we said, Ben, stepping back up to this featherweight division, it's always going to be the difficulty for him. Naramini does have the more imposing frame, although it has to be said, Karsten looks to have a little reach on him. But reach doesn't matter when you're getting pressed up the cage like now.
It's a perfect, clever fight from Naramini. And I think the great work from him was done right at the start with that sweeping left hand. Now it looks like almost he's trying to hook the leg, and maybe Karsten did well there, and he's got to turn around. Land some shots on the inside. You can see maybe the knees are going to come forward from Naramini.
He was a little sluggish when the fight is separated there, Karsten, and who can blame him? It's been an absolute titanic battle here at Fight UK 9.
A nice short elbow.
Inside elbows, beautiful.
Karsten only around about a minute and a half away from the end of this one. There's what has been a back and forth encounter. Landing the knees, but Naramini looked to get the clinch if he can get it. Karsten firing some shots in, trying to get something, but he really seems to be struggling with the separation, Dave.
Yeah.
It's that style we've talked about so many times. You say we see fighters like Kyle Pendred, Lee Chadwick, often using this kind of technique, but what I like from Naramini is he's mixing it up when he gets the chance. It's not all offense on a single level. He'll break from there to grab the clinch and throw knees to the body, throw uppercuts as he's doing there.
Yeah, and if it wasn't such a wily campaigner as he's got in front of him, Naramini, he could have stopped a lot of guys. Lenjoint's done well to block a lot of those knees with his forearms because Naramini's throwing everything into him. Brutal, dirty boxing from both guys on there.
Both guys really leaving it all in there, Dave. For me, a surefire fight of the night contender right here.
Yeah, fantastic fight. Naramini now looking for the takedown. Karsten still has the energy to shrug that off.
And there's the clock of the last 10 seconds. Karsten knows he's got to throw, but Naramini's not really giving him the space. He's pushing forward, landing knees himself. And both stand there trading as the bell finishes.
Wow.
What a phenomenal encounter from those two.
Great to see both fighters embrace. There was a bit of a to-do at the weigh-in, but both fighters obviously have a lot of respect for each other.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of hard-fought action, we go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges score the fight exactly the same way, 30-27, declaring your winner by unanimous decision from the blue corner, Naramini. Well, let's hear it for a fantastic runner-up. Let's hear it for Karsten Lenjoint.